Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tiffany and today's video is my makeup inventory by the numbers. I'm not going to show you pictures or anything like that because I do plan on doing like a separate video of all my makeup collection, like separately, like individualized. So like all my eyeshadow palettes, all my blushes, all my bronzers, stuff like that. It's a little tedious, so that takes a little longer. But in this video, I'm going to show you what I started the year off with and what I'm ending the year off with, the total amount of products, what I started with, and what I have now through decluttering, using up, and buying stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it did go up and down because I bought things. And then what my goal is to use up. So let's go ahead and get on into the video. Now, if you see me looking down, I have it on my phone, so I'm gonna be looking down for reference. So to start off with, I had 12 eye primers. I am down to 9, and I'm thinking I can use up 2 more, so I would like to get down to 7. For eyeshadow palettes, I started off with 64. I am up to 65, and I have one I'm working on through a project pan, so hopefully I get back down to 64. But I'm not gonna lie, I might buy a few eyeshadow palettes, so that number might even go up. I just love eyeshadows, but I am being very picky about my eyeshadow palettes. For eyeshadow singles, I started off with 102, and then I ended up at 89 through decluttering, and a few, like 1 or 2 used up, but that's pretty much it. But majority of them were through declutters. I would like to maybe get down to 84 because I do have a few in project pans to like completely use up. So maybe 84. I might change this in the future and just do like all my eyeshadows and all my palettes versus like a palette, you know, kind of thing. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. So for liquid eyeliners, I started off with 27. I am down to 12. And majority of them were honestly through use. And you'll see that when I do my, I think it'll probably be, I don't know if this will be posted before this or vice versa. But you'll see my yearly makeup empties, and I ran through a lot of eyeliner. A lot. So I think I can probably use up 5 in this year. And I don't need that many liquid eyeliners. I have my Holy Girl Elf Pop liner. So I'm wanting to get down to 7. For pencil eyeliner, I started off with 23 and I am now at 16, mostly through declutters, a few used up. Not the biggest fan of pencil eyeliners, so I pretty much decluttered the ones that I knew I was not going to get any use out of. So I'm thinking maybe I can use up 2, so down to 14. Brow products, and this is pencils, powders, gel, setting, anything to do with brows. I put it in this inventory, so I started off with 18. I am down to 16, and a lot of them are like minis or baby things, so I'm thinking I could get down to 11, so to use up 5. Mascaras, I start off with 40. I am still at 40, and that was through a lot of like free gifts with purchase, deluxe size sample ones. So I'm thinking I can use up quite a few because I do like to have at least 2 open at a time because I like to layer my mascaras. And I mean, you go through a mascara every 3 to 4 months. So I'm thinking I can get down to maybe about 30. And like I said, a lot of the ones that I did get were deluxe size samples. I haven't really bought any like full size in a while. So definitely think I can get that down to 30. Face primers, I start off with 34. And I am down to 29, and I did end up using a few, and I do count, if you don't know, I do count deluxe size samples in my collection because they do take time. They're not like foil package where it's like a 1-2 times use. They're like sometimes a really long time to use up. So for face primers, I am working on a few right now, but I think I can get some baby ones out, and I am working on a couple full size, so I'm thinking maybe 25, so maybe I can get 4 out of my collection. And these are through the process of using up, not decluttering, like what my numbers are. But I mean, if I end up decluttering something, I declutter, you know, it's just how it goes. I don't keep things just because they're in my collection. If they don't work for me and I don't like it, I declutter them. But these goal numbers are like through use up and not declutters. For concealers, I start off with 34. I am down to 16. In reality, retrospect, I already did my makeup empties. So I kind of have an idea of what I could use up. So maybe I could use up 2 more concealers this year and get down to 14. Liquid foundation, I started off with 25. I am up to 33, and that was because I just kind of got on like a foundation binge. Like I kind of just wanted to try all the foundations. So I'm thinking maybe I can get down to 25, which I know is a lot, but I do count like smaller sizes as part of that, so we will see where that ends up. For powders, I started off with 21. I ended up at 37, but I fly through powders, so I'm not too worried about this number. And I have a few deluxe size samples that I could definitely just fly through and get rid of my collection. So I'm thinking I can get down to 30. For contour slash bronzers, I put in the same category, and I was started at 52, which I know that's ridiculous. And I went up 1 to 53. But I think I can use up 3 more, so I want to get down to 50. And contours and bronzer is something I really don't plan on purchasing any more of, just because they kind of all work the same to me. So I just haven't seen the need to buy any. For blushes, I started off at 53. I am down 1 blush at 52. So I'm thinking I can finish up 1 more this year. So let's get down to 51. And blushes is also something I'm not willing to really buy at all. Same with highlighters. I'm definitely not in the market with any more highlighters. And I started off with 62. I am up 4 to 66. And I would like to use 1 at least. So, and I have a few in Project Pan, so I know I'll be able to use a couple. So maybe I should bring that down to like 62. But right now, 63 is my goal number. Setting sprays, I started off with 16 and I went down to 14, and I fly through setting sprays. Like, they're so easy for me. A lot of them now are full size and larger bottles, so I won't be flying through them as fast, but still, setting sprays are so easy for me to go through. And so I would like to use up at least 5, so down to 9. For lip products, I started off with 204 and I ended up at 199, so I went down 5. Lip product category is all my liquid lipsticks, all my lipsticks, and all my lip glosses. So I bunch all those together. I'm also not in the market of buying any more. I'm really not in the market of buying any more makeup in general, but I'm willing to allow myself to count that I might buy more powders, or I might buy more eyeshadow palettes. But really, anything else, I'm kind of really not in the market of buying. For lip products, I think I can get down 10. And that might seem like a large number, like through actually using up. But I have a lot of like minis and deluxe size samples that I can pretty much use. So yeah, 10 is my goal. For lip liners, I start off with 26. I am down to 25, and I'm hoping to use up at least 3 more because they are in projects right now, so down to 22 is my goal. For lip balms and chapsticks, I did put in a different category just because I feel like they're different than like lip products, just because it's something I always have on hand. I have one like in my car, in my purse, near my bed, you know, so it's just more of a habit thing than like an actual like, oh, I need to buy all these. But I do need that number to go down as well. So I start off with 22 and I'm ending the year at 18. So I'm thinking I can probably use up at least 3 more. None of them are like, none of the ones I have now are very close to being finished or anything like that, but like I said, I kind of use them regularly, but I use them very like spread out. So perfumes I did add into my collection. I started off at 18 and I am up to 23. I do count like the mini bottles, like the ones you see over here. I do count them because they do take a while to go through. So I'm thinking of working on some of those, but I do have like full sizes that are like less than half, so maybe while I'm working on some of those. So I ended the year at 23. I would like to get even further down and at least use up 3. So my goal is to be at 20. For eyelashes, I was at 52 and I am down to 18. That is a lot due to the clutters and like starting to really use them. I really enjoyed these that I have on, which are the Ardell Demi Wispies. They're just like more natural, not as like like stark that you have like eyelashes, though you still have eyelashes, but they're not as crazy, and I kind of enjoy that for at least a day-to-day where I still don't wear them every single day, but I enjoy them more. So I'm thinking I can get down to 10, so I would like to use up 8, and I do reuse my eyelashes at least a few times. So for beauty sponges, I started off at 28. I am down 3 to 25, and I did use up quite a few, but I did also buy more, which I'm always like about backups, and I hate running out of things, but to have 25 beauty sponges is a lot. And I do count the full face sponges and the little tiny mini micro ones. So I'm thinking I can use up at least 5. I did use up a lot this year, so I think I can use up at least 5 and hopefully hit some of those minis out. I have like quite a few minis, but I don't really use them, so I need to focus on that. So that is all my makeup inventory. I started off the year with 933 products, and I'm ending the year at 855. And my goal was to actually get under 900, so I am really proud of that. I'm looking at these goals and I'm thinking these are probably pretty reasonable to use. I'm definitely gonna be more selective about like my makeup purchases, so I'm thinking my goal is to be under 800. I might end up changing like a few things, like instead of like eyeshadow palettes, I'll just count every single pan. So I mean, my numbers will probably alter in that way, so you know, I don't know, like I might add in like the foil packages to things, but I might not, just depending. So we will see where I'm at when I do the update at the 6-month mark. So if you did like the video, please give me a thumbs up. So if you want to come with me on this makeup, I guess, downsizing journey, whatever you want to call it, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and then also comment down below if you think, what do you think about my numbers? What do you think about my goals? You think they're doable? I think they're doable, especially with me having inside knowledge of having done my yearly empties. I see a lot of it being at least attainable for me, and I like to make attainable goals. I don't like to make like crazy ass goals, you know. So we'll see. Yeah, I thank you guys for giving me a bit of your time. I hope you guys did enjoy this video wherever and whenever you guys are watching this. And I'll see you guys real soon in the next one. Bye.